So today class is user management, creating the user accounts in Linux, managing the user accounts in Linux. Now to create the user, command is user space username Anil. So this is the command. We created user account, user space username, but here we are not mentioned any primary group, we are not mentioned any home directory, we are not mentioned any shell. So default values automatically it will take. So the default primary group, users private group. So it creates the group with the name of Anil, and it will add the user Anil into that group. So primary group is users private group. If you are not assign any home directory, automatically it will assign slash home. It will not assign any shell. If you are not assign any shell, automatically it will assign bash. So the default shell in Linux is bash shell. So like that, if you create a user account without any values, automatically the system will use default values. Now, where the default values it will read. So now you can check the command cat space slash etc slash default. Interview point of view, they will ask the question. So you will not mention slash home, how it will take. You will not mention slash bash, how it will take. So check the file. This is the command, this is the file. User command default values are located. So home. So home directory slash home. So shell bash. So etc skill directory we are going to discuss later. Like that. So if you open this file, if you write here slash oracle, for example, next time onwards, whatever the user you created, automatically it will assign slash oracle. If you change the shell here, automatically next time onwards it will assign the same shell. So like that, in Linux generally we can create the user account by using a command user space username, but default values it will take. So now see where the user's information stores. So user's information located under etc passwd file. Now you can check. So username Anil. So here I am explaining the fields. First field is username Anil. Second field X reads the password information from shadow file. So we not yet assign any password, but we are going to see how to assign the passwords. Third field is user ID. So automatically it's taken. Fourth field is primary group ID. Fifth field is empty. We are going to discuss in next command. Sixth field is home directory. Already we discussed, automatically it will assign slash home. Seventh field is shell. So we have total 7 fields in etc passwd file. First field is username. Second field X is refers to read the password from shadow file. Third field is user ID. Fourth field is primary group. Fifth field is empty now. Next we are going to discuss about that. And next to sixth field is home directory. Seventh field is shell. Next to check the etc group file, then you can understand. See Anil automatically automatically the group is created Anil. It will add the user Anil into Anil group. So primary group ID 602 we seen just now. So when you create a user account, if you are not assign any primary group, automatically it creates the group with username and will add the user into that group. Next to creating the user account with defined values. So defined values means I want to give Oracle as a home directory and I want to give, check the group file. Oracle group is there 555, Java is there 551. I want to give Oracle as a primary group, Java as a secondary group. So you can user account with the defined values. So the syntax is user add space -u user ID. You can give any ID from 500 to 60,000 hyphen small g primary group ID hyphen capital G secondary group ID hyphen D home directory slash Oracle slash nani, for example, hyphen M means make directory there is no Nani home directory under Oracle. So M means make directory. Hyphen S I am assigning sh shell sh. Now hyphen C comment vara user hyphen S shell already assigned hyphen E expiry date September month date 10th year 2020 hyphen F inactive days login after password expiry 3 days username Nani. So this is the complete syntax to create a user account. You mentioned user ID here, primary group, secondary group, home directory, shell, comment, expiry date, inactive days login after password expiry, username Nani. So user is created. Now where the user's information stores, you can check the file cat/etc/passwd. Now you can see Nani account is created. Already we discussed about the fields. So second field X refers to password information. 666 user ID. 555 just now we given primary group ID. So comment vara user. The next one home directory /oracle/nani shell/bin/sh. So like this you can create the user account. So this is with defined values. So defined values means whatever the contents they given, we can create the user account by using that values. Next to see here, whatever the syntax we given there, some information is not here. Secondary group is not there, and inactive days login after password expiry is not there, and user account expiry date also not here. So we are going to check where they are located. You can check the secondary group in etc group file. So Nani is a secondary group member of Java. Just now we given already Sachin Ramu was there. So Nani also a secondary group member of Java. So primary group already we seen 555 we given, it is showed under etc password file. Next you can check the inactive days login and password expiry. You can check the file etc shadow. So these are the 3 days we given just now. Inactive days login after password expiry and user account expiry date. So we given date, but kernel will store the information as a numerical number, that is a number of days. It will read from 1970 January 1st to when you given the password expiry date, it will calculate, it writes the number of days. We are going to discuss about this later. Here see double exclamatory is there. So double exclamatory means there is no passwords. So by default passwords has been locked. We are not assigned any password now. Now we are going to assign the password. So to assign a password to user, passwd space username Nani. So I assigned a password. Now the user passwords information and password age information is located under cat space /etc/shadow file. Now check. So just now we assigned on password. This is the encrypted format. So next field 18,493. Some value is there. 0, 99,999, 7, 3. So these are some values are there. Here see every user can get this information. 0, 99,999, 7. This is the password age. So 0 days minimum required to password not change. Maximum required to password change is 99,999. Warning days before the password expiry are 7 days. Like that, by default, the password age will come like this. So as a Linux administrator, you can change the password age. We are going to discuss. But interview point of view, here we have to explain what are the fields in etc shadow file. See, we have number of fields here. Each field is differentiated with colons, whatever it may be. Now I am going to show you. So fields in /etc/shadow file. So first field username, second field user's encrypted password, Third field, there is a numerical value is there. Password last modified date. Modified date. But the kernel reads the days from 1970 January 1st to when you modified password, for example, today, 19 August. For example, I am taking 2020. How many days it will calculate? So this is the day you changed the password. It writes the number of days from 1970 January 1st because that is the kernel implemented date. Next to minimum days. Minimum days required that password not change. So you cannot change password in 10 days or 0 days they given. So you can set the days. Next to maximum days required to password change. Maximum days required to password change. So maximum days I can set to default is 99,999. Next to inactive days, sixth field. Sixth field warning days. So we can tell as warning as technically warning is before the password expiry. So before your password expiry 5 days or 7, default is 7 days, you can set the days. Next to seventh field inactive days login after password expiry. So after your password expiry, if you are not logged in continuously 3 days we given, your account will be inactive. Eighth field, user account expiry date. So it will write in dates 1970 January 1st to we given 30th 10th September 2020. It calculate the days, it writes in the field. Ninth field. So ninth field is future use. So not yet set this one, but they given one option for future use. So these are the 9 fields in etc shadow file. Interview point of view, they will ask the question, what are the fields in etc shadow file? So you can explain about these fields. Now again we are going to check the file etc shadow. Now see, first field username, second field encrypted password, third field password last modified date, 0 minimum days required to password change, password not change. So 99,999 maximum days required to password change. So 7 days are warning days before the password expiry, 3 days inactive days login after password expiry. So password expiry date, it writes in the number of days from 1970 January 1st to when you given the password expiry date. Next to colon, next field they are using for future purpose. So this default password age information read from which file? They will ask the question. So the file is more space. So more is the command to check the page wide. This is the big file. So more space slash etc login.defs. So this is the file, the default password age information located. So you can see here pass maximum days, password minimum days, password minimum length, password warning age. So user ID is minimum 500 to start 60,000. You can increase the user ID here. So group ID is also start from 500 60,000. Already we discussed. Next password management. You see the password attributes of user, passwd hyphen capital S, username Nani. So here you can see the date. Username Nani, PS means password set. So last password modified date 2020 August 19th. Minimum days required to password change the 0. Maximum days are 99,999. Warning age are 7 days. So what is the information in shadow file? It's showing here. Now to lock the password of user, passwd-l username. So password has been locked. Now check the attributes. passwd hyphen capital S. So LK means password locked. PS means password set, active password. LK locked password. Some interviews they will give the test, written test. They will ask you how find out this number identification. What is PS? What is LK? LK means password locked. Capital PS means password set. Now to unlock the password, passwd hyphen u username. Unlocking the password. Now it is enabled. So again password set. Next to delete the password of user, passwd hyphen d username nani. So you can check now passwd hyphen capital S username nani. So np means no password, empty password. The user can log in without password. Now, so some general accounts we have a temporary passwords like ATM pins. You can get the temporary pin once first time when you access the ATM card. Automatically you have to set your own pin. Like that in Linux also, you can give the temporary password to user. When he log into the server first time, he can change the password. So how to assign the temporary password? Command is passwd hyphen f means forcefully change the password at next time login. So you can assign the temporary password. So like this, you can make it password management of user, locking, unlocking, deleting, like that. Now how to change the password age of users? So to change the password age of users, command is change. Change hyphen m, minimum days required to password change, not required to change the password. 10 days you cannot change password. Maximum days you must change the password in 20 days. So first to 10 days you cannot change, but after 10 days to 20 days you can change the password. Warning age. Warning age 5 days I am giving here. So username nani. So you can check passwd hyphen capital S username nani. Now see password age is changed. So previously 099,999 7 days are there. I changed the password age. So you can also check from the shadow file grep nani /etc/ shadow. So here also you can check. So minimum days 10, maximum days 20, warning is 5. So like this you can change the password age of users. And also you can check the complete information of user password management. Change space hyphen L, last password change August 19th, password expiry date September 8th, password inactive September 11th, 3 days we given, account expiry September 10th, minimum number of days between password changes 10 days compulsory, you cannot change the password. Maximum number of days between password changes 20 days. So 10 to 20 days you have to change the password. Number of days of warning before password expiry is 5 days. Like this, any user's information you can see by using this command change hyphen L. For example, we have a user Siva. You can check like this. So every user's information, password expires never, inactive never, account expires never, because we are not given. So we taken the default values here. So minimum number of days 0, maximum number of days 99,999, warning age is 7 days. Like that, if any user's information you want to check, password information, password related information, command is change space hyphen L username. Next to user profiles. So when we create a user account, the user environment files. See, every user has a profile. Without a profile, you cannot work on the system. Automatically, the system creates the profile. So you can also change your profiles. We have to write our own information. So when we create a user account, the user environment files or profile files will be copied from /etc/skill directory 2. You have to remember this directory, interview Devlas. /etc/skill directory 2, every user's home directory. So what are the files? The user environment files or profile files. .bash_logout. We can write the logout scripts in this file. So when the user going to be logout, which syntaxes you want to run, he can write .bash_profile. Here you can set the paths or startup programs of users. We can write the startup programs. Maybe the user may be Oracle user. So when the user log into system, the Oracle commands directly he has to run. So you have to set the path. Maybe the user is a Java programmer. We have to set the Java path. Like every operating system, we can set the paths for user. Then directly the commands will run. Next to .bash_rc. We can write user alias commands. User alias, because if is a long syntax is there, so you can give the name A, B, C or XYZ, that command entire syntax will run. So user alias commands. So these are the user environment files. Automatically these three files will be copied from etc skill directory to every user home directory when you create the user account. Now we have two types of profiles. First one is global profile. It is applied for all users. The global profile name is /etc/profile. Next, local profile. It is used for individual user. This is for individual user. The local profile name is .bash_profile. So if you want to write a local profile to user, you can go to the user home directory. Just now we discussed every user's home directory. These files are available. You can open this file, you can write the profile. Now we can see practically. Configuration of global profile. Open the file va/ut/profile. Go to last line. So write down the message echo welcome all users. See already here I written. So you have to write, if you want to write any path, any program, depending upon the requirements in real times, they will give the paths. So you have to type it here. So just now our understanding purpose we given. So echo means print message when the user login, any user, welcome all users. Save the file. Now switch into user account. So su space -space nani, welcome to all users message came. su space -space Siva, welcome to all users message came. Like this, every user can get this profile. Now I want to write a local profile for the particular user Nani. Now go to /Oracle/Nani home directory ls-a. So just now we discussed about .bash_profile bash_rc bash_logout. So .bash_history automatically create when you switch into account, because whatever the commands you are typing, it shows in the history. Now open the file va.bash_profile. See here already path set bin command, bin path, because every user can use the bin commands. Like that you can write the Oracle path, Java path here in this file. Now echo hi Nani, some individual message I am giving to him. This is applied for only Nani. Now go to su space hyphen space username. So welcome to all users here. Dot bash underscore profile is not worked because of we assign the shell to Nani sh. So sh is a default shell of Solaris. That is the reason it will not recognize Nani. So in this scenario, see every user who has bash shell by default, this will work. So if you want to write a profile for Nani because he is having sh shell, you can check grep Nani etc passwd. See the shell is sh. So this is the shell of default shell of Solaris. But I assigned in Linux for Nani. So if you want to write the script for this type of sh users, so remaining all the users bash underscore profile will work. So you can go for etc/oracle/nani account. You can open the file va.profile. So this is for sh shell. Hi Nani. Save the file. Now switch into Nani account. So echo we missed va.profile. Echo means print the message. Now switch into Nani account. Now see hi Nani. So remember this point. If the users having dot bash underscore profile by default shell of Linux, automatically it will work. So if any user having the dot profile, so if you open and write the path in dot bash underscore profile, it cannot work. So the users having sh shell, you have to open dot profile. Remember this point. This is important for you in real-time environments. These are the profiles. Next to monitoring the user accounts. Before going to that, we are going to discuss about finger. I want to know the information of Nani. So finger space username Nani, login name it will display, which is the home directory. He is logged into the server or not, never logged in, no mails, no plans. Name is Verizon, shell is bash. To change the finger information, chfn username Nani. So if you want to change office, some DS Durgasoft phone number, this is personal information like that. Home phone number, you can give. Now you can see finger Nani. So if this finger command not works means the package is not installed in your system, you have to install the package. So in package management, we are going to discuss how to install the packages. So this is regularly we will use on the real-time scenarios. Finger space username. Next, user monitoring commands who. So this command displays the users who logged into the system. So for which terminals they logged in, everything it will display. Next to W, this will display the users who logged into the system, what they are doing. Here uptime it will display how many users, what is the load average. So from where they are logged in. Now we are only logged in from this physical server only. Real-time scenarios, different locations they will log in. From which IP address they logged in. So login time it will display from how much time they are idling. So JP CPU process, so how much CPU utilization seconds it will display. So which command he used. So by using W command, you can see the users who logged into the system, what they are doing. So this is the command frequently we are using on real-time servers. So you can write this command in a scheduling jobs every day, morning 9:30 a.m. who logged into the server what they are doing, I can write a script. We are going to see in our next classes. Next to users, this command displays only the usernames who logged into the server. Next, last command. So it displays the system logins and user logins information from since the operating system installation date and time. So this operating system is installed June 25th. So from June 25th, how many times it is booted, how much time we worked, everything it will display. Today is August 19th, still logged in, it will display. See, August 19th, this is the time in our system, still logged in. Like that, in real-time scenarios, the servers may be without reboot, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, servers also going to be work. So it will display the entire information. So entry point of view, they will ask the question. So when you given the last command, from which file it reads the information, go to where log directory. Here give the command ls. So there is a file wtmp, find out here. So WTMP is a database file. You can check whether the file is which type. File space WTMP. It is a database file. So last command runs the information from this file. So by using cat command, you cannot see the information because it is a database file. You cannot understand the information. So by using the last command only, you can see the information. So remember this one, entry point of view, they may be asked this question. Next, how to work with multiple groups. First, I want to know Nani is a member of how many groups? Command is ID. ID space username Nani. Nani is a member of two groups. One is Oracle, second one is Java. So Oracle is the primary group, Java is the secondary group. Now switching to user account. Su space hyphen space Nani. Now the command ID. So it displays you are in how many groups you are a member of, how many groups. It displays this command. Everybody they can use. Now create one file, touch abc ls-l. So owner is Nani. So the file is related to Oracle group. So Nani is also a member of Java group. Now he wants to work with Java group. So switch into Java group. Command is new grp Java. Now create one file, ls-l. Now see, owner is same, but he is working on multiple groups. So owner is Nani, but this file is related to Java. Like the user wants to work in different groups, he can switch by using the command new grp. Come out from that. Exit. Again come out. Now switch into Siva account ID. So Siva is a member of only Siva group. So he tried to switch to Oracle group, for example. It will ask the password. So this is the group password. In group management, we discussed how to assign the group password. The group password's importance here you can understand. If the user is not a member of the particular group, if he try to switch into that group, it will ask the password. So these are the user monitoring commands and how to work with multiple groups. Now user modifications. Modifying the user accounts. I am writing the syntaxes here. While practicing, you can give the values. To modify the user ID, command is user mod -u new ID username. To modify the primary group, they will ask modify the primary group. To modify the primary group, user mod -small g new group ID username. To assign or modify the secondary group, user mod -G new secondary group. So one or two groups also you can use by using commas. Username. To modify the home directory. To modify the home directory. Usermod -d new home directory. Maybe you can modify the name of the home directory, Oracle to Java or Nani to something, anything, new home directory. -m compulsory, make directory, username. To modify the shell. Usermod space -s new shell like bash, sh, ksh, whatever it may be. New shell username. To modify the username. Usermod -u new name old name. So like this you can modify the user accounts. The modification information you can check in the file cat/it/passwd. So like this, if you want to modify only primary group, you can modify home directory, you can modify shell, you can modify username, you can modify. So here usermod -l modify the username -n. L means login name. So like this, you can modify the user accounts. So the modification information, you can check the file from cat/it/passwd. Like this, you have to remember all the commands. Interview point of view, they will ask how to modify the user ID, how to modify the primary group, how to modify the secondary group, how to modify the home directory, how to modify the shell, how to modify the login name. Like this, they will ask the questions. So this is the user management class. So next class, we are going to discuss user quotas and ACLs, advanced file permissions.